My name is Ron LeBlanc, and I'm an international gem hunter. My partner Diane and I explore the world looking for gemstones, and this is the story.
Yeah, well, I always know when we're rolling, Mikey, because Diane says to sit up. She's concerned that my belly is in front of every shot.
It is?
And sometimes the pants are too tight. And it looks, I don't know what she sees that I have to cover up, but nevertheless, we're halfway to Chanthaburi. We got the great gem hunter, Pino Scuzzarello, with us today. And Diane, we're halfway to well, how would you describe, oh, by the way, before that, Diane, fortunately, she's treating the guys pretty good, and the transportation is good. She's ranging for good hotels and everything. Other than that,
because normally, Pino would be heading to, when you normally go to Chanthaburi, Pino, you would be going on a bus, a bus.
I saw him one time on a pedal bike and a rickshaw. This brother likes to save a few pennies because he wants to spend it all on the gym. So I understand that. But anyways, we're traveling in style now. Diane's brought out the big card and off we go. And you know what? We're getting a little old for the shacks and the tents and the dust and the blood and beer. You know, we're a little older. Well, you're good.
Whatever it takes, I'm still doing.
Whatever it takes. Oh, whatever it takes. You know, if you could strap him to the roof, he's got a honing thing with those gems, and he's going to go one way or the other, no matter what the ride. But today, we're in a good ride. So I guess we're not halfway there. We're a third of the way there. It's 6 hours from Bangkok to Chanthaburi. Now, the Chanthaburi, I guess you pronounce it. Why is it so good there?
You pronounce it Chanthaburi.
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 Yeah, I spell Chanthaburi.
And it is the best market of gems, I guess, in the world.
Is that what you think so?
Okay.
Because
Why?
many, I'd say 80% of all the gems traded in the world pass through Chanthaburi.
Because
Because it is a place where they treat the stones and where they cut the stones.
And where the people are there, right?
Because Thai people are king of Corundum. They are the kings of Corundum.
Oh yeah, kings of Corundum, of sapphire and ruby.
Sapphire
and ruby.
Yeah,
So this is mainly the place for sapphire and ruby.
yeah, and that's two of the major stones outside of emeralds and diamonds, right? The four top.
Yes.
Well,
All the stones that you see in Bangkok, they first pass through here.
yeah. Now, who's here then? Who's here? Is are the Africans here? Of course, the Africans
The
are there.
Africans, of course, go out.
All the new material.
Also, of course, Thais keep their own people in Africa.
Yeah,
But still, African people come here for sell the rough.
yeah. What about the Indians? We know East Indians are very, very big. And
They are very big.
are they here?
They are here also.
And the Sri Lankans? Yeah.
They trade cut stones.
Oh, I see.
They don't mix much with the rough stones.
Yeah.
They are very good in the cut stone market.
Yeah. Are any of the end buyers here, like the people, like the rich amateurs, are they coming there too? No, not really. It's professionals.
This is only for professionals.
That's interesting.
And there's gonna be both cut and rough in the market.
There is one market for rough.
Oh, rough. Oh,
in one
okay.
location.
Oh, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Hey, we'll go and see.
Yeah.
There is another location for the cut stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you would never suggest anybody that doesn't have high experience with buying rough.
No way.
A professional jeweler, a GIA guy, they can't just go and buy rough. It takes years.
We are modestly professionals.
Yeah.
And we do have problem with the rough.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah,
Just imagine a jeweler from downtown.
Yeah. Or a newly minted gemologist. You can't be buying rough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or a rich man with the idea of buying stones.
Yeah, yeah.
It would kill itself.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's very easy to lose $100,000. 10 minutes.
Yeah, 'cause
Yes.
rough is always big, and you think you can cut, you're going to get a great stone out of it. And I think the big mistake is that, and I've always found the easiest thing is that if you cannot see the quality of the stone in the rough, I mean, as an amateur, as a professional, you can tinker and work it out. There are treatments and upgrades, but first and foremostly, I think you almost got to see the quality of the stone in the rough, or its capacity must be pretty clear to you. Now, you can manipulate that, but if I was buying rough, I always, like in Sapphire, we used to see the rough. We bought rough lacquer over and over again.
Yeah.
But we would look in, we'd see the bubble, we'd see the two colors, and we could weigh it on we would work it out.
And remember,
Not all rough is easy to buy.
And remember the Wabito brothers, who we've had on camera, cutters, been in the business for over 50 years. They say perhaps 5 times they've had people in 50 years come in with good rough that can be cut.
Every time they go to the Wabitos, they say 5 out of 50 years they've had people with good rough. Oh, I got this rough from Nigeria.
And then they look, I've got this, and they can't be cut.
Yeah,
Very hard.
hard to find and hard to know. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very difficult to find. With a good lamp, actually,
Yeah.
if the rough is nice and really transparent, you can see.
Yeah, exactly.
You can judge the color.
Yeah.
But if you start seeing inclusion, cracks,
Yeah.
like this,
Yeah.
better leave it. Don't buy it.
Yeah, and I think there's another thing that happens. I think that also kind of hope and kind of crazy comes in too. You see a big piece and you go, you start to lie to yourself a little bit. It's very careful.
We've done that, I
You
think.
got to be cynical. You can't say, oh, I'm going to buy this rough and I'm going to get 50%.
Well,
Oh, God.
no way you can get 50%.
Yeah,
No way.
exactly. And it's tricky.
Rough is rock face, tricky. Yeah.
Rough is tricky.
So it's much better
yeah.
to deal with that.
cut, yeah. Yeah. And when I get near rough, though, I get near some rough is easier than other rough, and for me, I have to buy only the best rough. I cannot buy aspirational rough. Like if you're seeing a nice clean crystal of tourmaline, which comes nice and rough, right? You could see, but a lot of rough you can't see. So I got to buy the rough that you can really see the end stone.
Yeah.
But maybe the money's not in that. Maybe the money's in what looks like a stone is going to be a gem, right? When I picked up Diane, she was a rough shape.
But she can't.
I had to fix her up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, Pino. Thank you, Pino.
I heated her twice.
Like that.
But yeah, high temperature heat. But no, never mind.
No.
Let's not go there. No, and a few inclusions, but well, what the hell?
The result is
Heel fractures. Result's not bad. And I like that. And when we talk heated, that scares everybody. And it shouldn't really scare everybody because heating a stone is like the earth heats its stone. So that's how they rationalize it a little bit. Like it's a natural thing of the earth. And secondly, look it. When I was young, I dated the bearded lady, right? Now she was rare. I said, this is a rare woman. She has a beard. Ugly. But good personality. And she took care of the check. But then so that was very fine and she was rare, but I could only provide a certain amount of value. Next thing, I took that beard, I shaved her. We shaved the, I'm going in.
Maybe a ruffle. I think what you're trying to...
analogy.
You're talking about sometimes it's okay to heat, it enhances the beauty, and it's acceptable
Yeah, you
because the
take what
beauty
is
outweighs...
not marketable to make it marketable, right? You take, a lot of sapphires like that. It's just all average. You heat it, and then it becomes a beautiful thing. Though one must always declare what happens to it, but the heated version is beautiful. But you're not adding anything into it, and I think that's the idea that's the separation, right?
The idea is that heating and treating the stones, mainly ruby and sapphire,
Yeah.
is a fact of life.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's another reason.
You have to accept this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the wine. Later now is in fashion biological wine.
Yeah.
No treatment, nothing added. So you have a bottle of biological wine. It's perfect.
What do you mean biological wire?
Organic wine.
Organic wine.
Oh, wine. Wine. That's a wire. I'm sorry.
Wine.
Wine. Oh, okay, wine.
Organic wine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
So now it's in fashion.
Yeah.
But you pay a lot of money for one bottle of organic wine.
Yeah.
You have a glass. It's ugly.
It's not that good. Yeah.
So
Bring on the machine. You know.
better you have a normal wine with a little treatment that they do.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is wonderful.
That's better. That's a better
That's
analogy
a better analogy than
than
the
the
bearded.
bearded lady.
Much better.
Yeah. Okay. The bearded lady's gone to Paris
So
for
you-
treatment. Okay.
In my opinion, 97 out of 100 sapphire and ruby groups are treated.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a fact. That's a
Yeah.
fact.
So, if I have to pay 4 times or 5 times the price for a natural stone,
Yeah.
and you have a beautiful treated and
Yeah.
a beautiful non-treated,
Yeah. This one moves out of the market price, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a niche
Yeah.
product. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
But this one is. It will
Yes, and I can think of, and I deal a lot in tanzanite because mainly for the color and the rarity, but it's treated. But mind you, natural, it's quite beautiful. Natural, not quite blue. Like you didn't get natural blue because the lightning has heated it,
I'm sorry, but I have to disagree.
About what?
Natural suicide, I don't like.
Yeah.
Natural,
Oh, he's talking about the yellow, the
Yeah.
natural brown yellow.
yellowish brown.
The yellow brown.
Oh, no. But I'm talking about, there is some,
Some natural wine.
yeah, there's some natural ones that are
Blue
a little
ones.
bit blue and a little bit, they're really quite wonderful.
Because they've been hit by lightning or
Yeah,
something
they're
in the
special, but I know what you mean. Zoisite itself, it's not
Yeah.
blue.
The destiny is to be treated
ground. Yes.
Yeah.
That's an
Yeah,
idea.
that's the point, is that they always treated. So,
because it's treated.
yeah. But there are some, like I say, you're going to have to take my word for it. They're all, prove it with a bit, shortly. But, so it's a heated stone, and it only has its value because it's so beautiful and rare,
Yeah.
and it's in the market. And the same thing with, which I like, even though you may not like it, is what I call royal zircon. You know where they heat the
Oh,
zircon.
the blue royal. Yeah.
The blue zircon with really beautiful colors.
That's a nice
Although
blue.
it's kind of like high-end costume in some ways, right? It's not,
Yeah.
Heated zircon is very beautiful.
it's very, and it's $75 a carat. You get it. Well, I don't know.
They come
Or
from,
for you, 150.
they come from Cambodia.
Cambodia.
and
That's
we were
the
in
one.
that. We were there and bought some beautiful
Okay.
stones.
But for example, I have problems to sell zircon, blue zircon in Italy.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know.
And the big blue zircon, no.
Yeah.
The culture of people. Zircon is one of the imitation of diamond.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the CC.
They-
Ah.
that's-
they connect.
Yeah. The
It's the
synthetic
name.
CC.
That's right. It's a
The
problem, the
color.
crossover with the name, because the one from Cambodia is different than the CC
yeah.
zircon.
It's a natural
Yeah.
stone.
Anything else that's heated radically like that? I just think that tanzanite and zircon.
They turban. It's the turban.
Oh, the tourmaline, they could move it to kind of, they try to get the Paraiba, right?
Yeah.
Look,
Dark green can become light green.
yeah. You know what I found out about that? I'm actually learning about that is, and you would know this because Pino has a lot of geologists. Are you a geologist? Oh, for God's sake. He's a bit of a, what they call a polymath, right? He did a lot of and a good dancer. But, depends on the material. I think that there is a green that they can heat and there's a green that they can't heat. And I'm not too sure if it's like Nigerian as opposed to Afghani, right? I'm not too sure if they can treat all green,
Some you can, some you cannot.
Yeah. It has to be clean, of course, but I think the material, like, it's interesting. The coloring agent can affect so many things, right?
This thing also is a highly secret business.
Yeah.
We don't have a couple of tourmaline go somewhere and please eat it for treat them for. The guys say nothing. I cannot.
Yeah.
We have to know people.
Yeah, there's a lot of secrecy there. Because you're turning lead into gold.
Bravo.
It's an alchemy in some ways, right? Isn't it?
Very secret business.
Yeah. Now, are you doing heating?
I for a while.
Are you sure?
No, for you mean the stove?
Yeah, but you know the secret.
You can have many minutes.
Yeah.
With the stove, I used to have somebody who was treating the corundum when
Yeah.
I took corundum out of Tanzania.
Yeah.
the adventure I told you before.
Yeah.
The mine
Did it work?
in Tanzania.
Was it heated?
But only, I think 2 or 3% were facet grade.
Yeah, well,
The rest was cabochon grade.
yeah. Well,
But still nice cabochon.
yeah.
So that time I had some friends in Chanthaburi that we did this after many discussions.
Yeah.
I got into their business. I got their friendship and
Yeah.
we started to do this. Those really it's difficult.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's
They
tricky.
keep their secret.
Yeah, and you know what this gentleman was telling me yesterday, that they are heating again, like in Sri Lanka. They have heating, but it's so primitive. It's not the electric thing that our friend Ted. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, they're blowing on stuff and doing all kinds of stuff and throwing it in the coals and wrapping it and whatever. And but there's now these very sophisticated ovens that our friend there, Ted Temulus there, does. And so sometimes they heat in Sri Lanka, but they don't have quite the sophistication as the Thais or the people with the electric ovens. They call it electric. So they say they reheat with electric, right?
They sometimes they eat 3 times.
Yeah. That was interesting, eh?
Yeah.
And there must be a lot of failures.
Lots of knowledge.
Lots of knowledge.
Experience, you know.
Yeah, and lots of failures, right?
Oh, yes.
But you turn something for $10 now worth 1,000. It's a lot of profit too. So
It's an explanation.
But while we're talking, Pino, Diane, what is the poor civilian going to do among this world? I mean, the civilian needs a trusting gemologist or a trusting guy or a trusting jeweler, because how are they going to negotiate this world?
Well, right. And I don't think they're going to go and buy a rough piece of stone and think they're going to take it somewhere. Most people don't even know a cutter. First of all, they're tough to find a good cutter.
Yeah.
They're not going to know someone who's going to burn. So,
But even buying a stone, they don't know the questions.
no. And they could be buying fake stones. They could be buying pieces of glass, synthetic stones, rubies filled with synthetic glass. Yeah.
Yeah, and the sophisticated stones are so pretty. You can talk yourself into it. It's like a synthetic stone. It's perfect. That's the one thing to always understand. If it's perfect, it's too good to be true. I mean, if I was perfect, Diane wouldn't like me, but I've got all these flaws, and that's why she likes me. But we like things with flaws. It has to have some flaw. I mean, it doesn't have to, but don't you do that when you're buying. If it doesn't have a flaw, you're saying, "Oh my God, I better send it to the lab to check out."
Flaws are like many facts of life, very important.
Yeah.
You never find the Christine, beautiful lady.
Yeah.
She's got
Or she's synthetic.
some kind of problem anyhow.
Or else you're plugging her in. Don't use that bearded lady woman thing.
No. I think Pino brings out the worst in you.
I think Pino is bringing out the bad in me. Pino. No, but you're right. It is an identity, right?
Flaws are the identity card of the stone.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, that's nicely said.
If they are small, it's better.
Yeah.
Let them be small.
Yeah.
Probably better visible to the microscope. Better non-visible to our naked eye.
Better. Certainly a diamond, right?
Yeah.
But
the discerning thing is that do a certificate.
Yeah.
You don't sell anything without a genuinity certificate.
Yeah.
That makes the difference between you and 100 other jewelers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
You got to
that
stand by
you know
yourself.
what you had, but you know what you said.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Of course, you have to be qualified to do a certificate.
Yeah. Are you doing your own certificate?
Oh, yeah.
Too? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Have you ever been wrong?
Oh, I like anything.
Every once in a while.
One time in 100 times, maybe.
Yeah.
Barely.
I think two out of 100. I'm big bro. No, but yeah. No, it's nice to have the knowledge of that. That's for sure.
Now,
But for instance, another thing is that, if you have a clean sapphire, let's say, no flaws, it's very a big spectroscope or super duper one, the big ones, to tell if it's heated, because it doesn't have the flaws. Like if you got something heated, you know the effect of that heat, like a healed fracture, right?
Healed fracture.
You can see that the healing process is in place, but if it's absolutely perfect, to say whether it's heated or not heated, takes a machine you can't carry portably at Lakaka. You need a machine in the lab.
Normally, with the magnification, you get into the.
You get something, eh?
You get, you come to know if it's heated or.
Yeah.
High magnification, like 50 or 60.
Oh yeah, that's not a loaf, right? That's that color.
Melted crystals,
Yeah.
It's like a crystal who went through high temperature.
Yeah. You can tell that's a healed kind of crystal, healed fractures.
Yes.
Yeah, you can tell.
And it is very important to declare if it's heated or non-heated.
Yeah.
Because if one heated sapphire is worth, let's say, 10, one non-heated sapphire can be worth 100, 10 times.
Yeah, it can be so rare.
So
and by the way, you need to say it's heated unless you know.
we need to say.
Yeah, you need to say probably heated, right?
No. You have to declare.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Well, if you know it's heated, but even if you don't know,
Then you say it's probably heated.
Don't you have to suggest it's like unless you've been taking it from the ground, you cannot say it's not heated.
For the
How do you deal with that?
with the sapphire, so
Yeah.
always I can understand if it is. Almost always I can understand if it's heated or non-heated.
Oh, I see.
So I declare
Heated. Okay.
Oh, I see.
or non-heated.
And would you be seeing a color there, or what are you seeing? What is the quick thing that you see?
No, you see,
Right away, you see.
right away at high magnification.
Something.
On crystal that has gone through high temperature.
Okay.
Like a healing fracture.
Yeah, and you see the difference in the inside.
Melted the crystal.
Yeah.
Melted, absolutely melted. We can try.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, I have to ask you guys, since we're on the way to Chanthaburi, the competition is still underway. I don't think, Ron, I'm not letting anything out, but you haven't got a stone yet for the
Well, I
competition.
had a stone until you guys knocked it out of my hand.
I know, but
I thought that was a little bad. I was going to go for that tourmaline and get it praised because I thought it was unique in all the world, and there was going to be one stone. Well, you guys hurt me, so I'm now back at the starting gate again.
And it's Pino. It's our fault.
Dang, he's a lovely man, but got distracted with various physical things.
So
I have to start brand new in Chanthaburi.
So I'm
Now, I bought a few high-end stones for
But they're-
myself.
Yes.
out of the competition.
outside of the
You can't,
competition.
there wasn't enough money to, I bought a couple of nice stones.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Very
we'll show
high-end
you those when we
stones,
get. Yeah.
Don't show them. I don't know.
And I think Pino, it could be a
Watch it.
rumor, but I think Pino's. You've already bought something, maybe.
Something.
See?
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay, so you're on your way, but I'm going to have to. But I don't like that because I want to buy with Pino.
you can still buy with Pino. You just have to maybe go off and
Yeah, but
see
it's
the
a drag.
applicants and buy on your own.
Yeah. I don't want to reach over and grab it out of his hand, and he's. Anyways, I'm ready to go. I'm ready
Okay.
to go again. I'm excited. I got a good stones for myself. Diane got a nice stone.
Yeah, I love my stone.
But I never got your stone. You know why I was knocked out? This is an early thing because how are you going to get a big, beautiful sapphire for, high caratage for 5,000?
No, you're not.
Do it.
No.
We used to be able to do it.
You have to deal with the money you have.
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Yeah.
Try to do the best use of that money.
Yeah, that's the
then maybe,
that's the competition.
The philosophy was
The philosophy.
The
Yeah.
philosophy. Yeah.
Yeah, when I started to see the price of the sapphires, I was kind of knocked down, and I didn't have the time to negotiate something else there because I thought other options were there.
Yeah.
I looked pears and
Well, there'll be something.
Anyways,
in Chanthaburi.
I'm telling you the strategy, but the strategy is deeper than that. I'm giving you a little evidence. I might have bought a pear or something like that, but which would have been wise. I wonder what this guy did.
We'll see.
I saw a nice 3-carat sapphire. It was interesting. But I'm not going to stay with sapphire. I'll go with other things now.
not bad.
I got bag of rough.
The competition is still on.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
still on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, excuse my language. Excuse my
Do
language.
not withdraw.
Oh, no.
But
Oh, Pino's worried you're giving up. You're withdrawing. You're laying down the arms.
What are you talking about? How could you be a gem hunter and give up? Oh, no. I'm looking in the bus here. I'm looking everywhere. In your pocket.
That's the way.
Oh, no. We don't give up. We never lay down. What do you call a ceasefire? No. Just during the bus ride, me.
You will see, it's no easy task.
Oh, I know.
Because you will see, it's like a can.
Yeah.
So many people are doing.
Yeah.
Presenting stone, another stone.
Yeah.
One person, another person. You have to say, hey, calm down, one by one, please.
Yeah.
Otherwise, and then it's hot, and it's very hot. And then people talking. You cannot relax and choose one. It's very complicated.
Yeah, I was there I've been there a few times, bought some stone, but
I've never been there. For all my times in Bangkok, I've never been. I'm quite excited. I'm excited, yeah.
You will love it. You will love it.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. I've got a table. I was buying all kinds of different stuff. Yeah, tricky. It's tricky. Because I've been many times in Lakaka, so we know that kind of crazy, out of control, chaotic stuff.
Chaotic.
Yeah. Because confusion always serves the seller, right? It doesn't serve the buyer, but confusion serves the seller, right? If you drop a stone, lose a stone, forget about a stone, make a wrong decision, you can be in trouble, and then you don't want to get, you got to be a little careful not to insult anybody, you got to be, there's a...
And sometimes you've also got to be quick thinking because they're going in different currencies.
Yeah.
So then in your mind,
the currency thing.
Remember Madagascar used to be tough.
This one is made in baht.
This will all be made in baht.
Only made in baht.
So you got to kind of...
You have to calculate.
Quickly, that's what I mean. You got to calculate on the spot.
Yeah. What were you saying? What happened in... Oh, my God.
When we first went to Madagascar, there were the three currencies. There was the U.S., there was the old Malagasy money, the French,
the Rarity,
there's the Rarity, and then the original money. So sometimes there was three different currencies. Yes.
The Malagasy franc.
Right, the Malagasy franc.
Malagasy franc. Oh my God! I remember we put all the money in the bed, and sometimes you just have to give up.
This and that.
And then we're Canadian, so Canadian American.
Yes. As soon as someone says American, then I'm thinking, okay, Canadian, and
And then Rarity, French franc. That can be confusing. And there's another little trick. What we don't realize is that we're probably better off as hunters to always use the currency,
the local
biggest.
Currency. Yes.
Because even when you're negotiating, the thing between 200 and 150 is really 33%. It's 25 is 33 of 75, right? So, and then also you go down and up too quickly in the high currencies. Guys say, well, I give you 200, and the guys say, well, I'll take 300, it's only 100. But if it's 1 million because of the currency,
and then you can say, oh no, 750.
What do you need 1 million? Get down to that.
So it counts down
the
smaller.
Small currency can get you. I
can give a better deal.
They always want you to go in America. Now that might be the style of the market, and you've got to keep to it. But they deal in they're dealing in American money, right?
Here. We offer
baht. So that's right.
You're doing what I'm saying. Yeah.
So, yes, and that's better for the buyer, really, if you can.
Because those higher amounts, and psychologically, it's better.
Right.
It means he's getting more, and boy, tricky stuff. Now you've got me frightened about going to Chanthaburi. No, I enjoy this. This is where I really like to do it.
The important is to keep the concentration.
Yeah.
Don't break under stress.
Yeah.
Because there will be stress.
Yeah.
A lot of stress. You don't have to break. Keep your concentration.
Well, I have had to jump up sometime in Madagascar and tell everybody, well, I wouldn't say it out loud, but to off. Like I jump up and say, go home, because you can feel it's getting a little darker 3 in the afternoon.
Oh.
Dark in Madagascar. It starts to get darker, and the army's going by, and the thieves are going by, and the police are going by, and the mob is getting bigger, and it's going faster, and you just feel it. Like it's like a predator, you can feel it coming, and and that's it, go to the 4x4 and get the hell out of town for a bit.
Yeah.
next morning. But
Because sometimes at the end of the day, too, there's a desperation with the sellers.
yeah, and that's a good point.
It's in the pocket. They need to sell it. They need to get money.
They need rice. Yeah. And who wouldn't hit you on the head to feed their children? You know, it can get pretty heavy, right?
Another thing that is very important, and which you cannot do all the time, is that to have a double check. Now we have two.
Yeah.
It's a winning.
Yeah.
Because after I have seen like 200 stones, I get tired.
Yeah.
And I make mistakes.
Yeah.
So I pass it to you.
Yeah.
You check it again.
Yeah.
If both of us have the same idea, then buy.
Yeah.
If one of the two says, well, I don't know, don't buy.
Well, you don't remember. I don't know if you were there or if it was me and Bernie. I think I had my friend from Malacca. He's a good buyer, good cutter. And we saw a stone, Pino, and I just wanted to start the buy. I think it was maybe 3 carat, pinky blue, you know, the standard sapphire configuration of Malacca. We've all seen it rough. And I'm looking clean, and I wanted to start the deal. And so I said, you know, I figured it was worth $3,500, whatever it was. It was, I thought it was more expensive. Maybe it was bigger than that. But I said a certain thing. Maybe I said $1,500. I can't remember. Or he said $1,500. Anyways, we all decided, the three of us, that it was good.
Oh.
There we looked at it. I looked at it. Bernie looked at it. And the three of us say, hey, this is good. Let's start a little deal to get it going, right? So I washed the stone in the little cold water, and everybody's pushing stones, and they're still throwing stones around, and I've got my big bag of money, and I had a security with me, and I gave him a price. I think it was $1,500. I was going to and I want to pay a little high, too, because I want to get everybody to come to the table. So it's kind of that old way of doing it. A little high the first time.
Action for the others.
Yeah, then they all come because you know, otherwise they sell it to somebody else. So I wanted to gather them, and he immediately went down. He went down all the way to about $400.
Oh.
And as soon as he did that, I looked around at the other gem hunters beside me and sophisticated professionals, and we all said, and it looked real, but either it was stolen or fake or something, because it, and there's a lot of other people to buy. So why is he selling it to us for $400 when it's worth at least $1,500? And so that's how not non-scientific it is. That's not very scientific. 3 guys saying, oh, the price is too low, we can't buy it.
And out of 3 guys,
all of them would have bought it.
Only the psychology worked.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point.
Psychological.
Yeah. All that worked. Yeah, because they said, well, guys, we can't. Oh boy. And it was surprising. But that's how sometimes it's not the tools. It's the context and
context. Context too.